So Thamuz finally got his revamp, and I'm here to show you guys how you can play him on jungle and absolutely snowball. But why should you trust me? And why should you listen to my advice and watch this video? Well, I built a team called Team Flow. We got top 13th in the entire North American region, and I am a 300 plus stars roamer. However, I pretty much can play all roles. Since I am a pro player and played in pretty high rank, I pretty much have an idea of how all roles are played. And I can guarantee you that if you watch this video, you can snowball with Thamuz as well, and you will have a really good idea how to snowball and win in the jungle. Now, you might be wondering, well, Hajun, I kind of want you to, hold my hand. Show me how I can do exactly what you do, how I can get to 300 stars myself and maybe potentially become a pro. Well, you're in luck. I offer private coaching. If you want more details, check the description. And also, guys, if you click the link in my description that says that you will get diamonds, it will lead you to a website called Loot Bar. Pretty much you will get diamonds for 20% cheaper than your original rate. And you'll also support me as a creator since it's an affiliate link. So, if you want to support me and also buy some diamonds on the side, I mean, it's a win-win for both of us, right? You're supporting me, you're also getting diamonds for cheaper. Well, in your next recharge, why don't you head over to the link? Get some diamonds for 20% cheap, and also support me too. I'd appreciate it. Anyways, we started with the blue buff, and here with Thamuz, we're taking the red buff currently. As you guys can see, his passive gets triggered. The more times the lava erupts on a target, the more times he can actually hop. I think that's a good mechanic that they added. And I think his ultimate is also stronger than before, but his gameplay does feel very clunky. It doesn't feel as smooth as it did before. Anyways, here I took my blue buff and red buff, but I see that the Joy didn't take his red yet. So I'm gonna head for that. Since my jungle is faster than Joy, and I do way more damage than Joy in the early game, right? With Thamuz, guys, you wanna attack and play very aggressive right from the early, because his damage, guys, believe it or not, is actually very, very high in the early game. So capitalize on that. I shredded the Joy, I shredded the Glue, who had Vengeance. Even though we have an Xavier as our mid laner, I was still able to dominate the opponents. Even a Hylos couldn't tank my damage. That's how strong Thamuz is in the early. And if you have picked him in jungle this early, right? Or, I mean, if you have picked him in jungle, you should definitely take advantage of the early game. Well, I don't even go to my buff. I straight up start Turtle. Why? Because I know Joy isn't level 4 yet. Now, I retreat the Turtle because I genuinely thought the Hylos was Joy, so I didn't want to risk it, right? Now, instantly, I head over to Joy's blue. I don't have retreat, but I still want to keep the pressure. He doesn't have his ultimate, so he's not going to feel confident fighting me over here. There we go. Guys, remember, you want to first skill and then second skill jump on the opponents. Get your axes back and then throw them again, right? Because if your axes are outside and you second skill, it cools down immediately and you can throw them back again, right? And then you pull the axe back to you, which will usually pull the opponents to you altogether. And then you can catch up to them with your enhanced basic attack, right? Pretty much like this. Okay, you can catch up to them with your basic attack, and you can keep spamming your first skill whenever it is available to just keep throwing it and then, bringing it back to you right away, so it also does a pull effect, right? The first skill, when you pull it back to you, it has a pull effect. So as soon as you pull someone back with it, and as soon as you pull it back to you, you kind of drag them with you. As you'll see here, right? I kind of drag the Joy with me. And here I go for the finish, right? I kept throwing my first skill out and pulling it back, so I drag the opponents back to me, and I also get my enhanced basic attack to also catch up with them, right? That's how you want to use Thamuz. Now I jump in because my Xavier did a beautiful immobilize onto 2 people. But unfortunately, I was overextended here. And the Glue dragged me into the tower. And, I mean, I was 1 HP. He was still on top of me, and then Joy gets the shutdown, which is unfortunate. That was a really bad throw from me. And honestly, I feel like I was overextended. It is good to invade, and it is good to take more fights. And it is good to always keep pressure on the opponents in the early game. However... Oh, by the way, guys, this cloud is so cool. You can immediately go through your buffs with this. Look at this. So yeah, use the clouds. Anyways, if you are snowballing in your head, remember, there is a limit, right? Don't overextend, don't overstay. Because if you die, I just gave them a free shutdown, so that's not good at all. So once again, guys, I don't care about turtle. I'm trying to apply... I mean, I'm very farmed, right? So I'm trying to take more fights. I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to wipe them out. And then I want to take objectives, right? Remember, don't just kill them. Don't just chase the kills. Do something after you get the kills. So for example, I did get the Melissa over here. Now my Gwen got a nice engage onto Hylos. We got Hylos, and now immediately I'm taking the opponent's red buff, right? I'm taking Joy's red buff, getting more ahead of her. So the more buffs I can steal from her, the better I can snowball, right? So I retreat the red. She ran away. Turtle is up. And now I'm gonna do turtle. Even though my red tree isn't up, I am so fed to the point that if Joy, even for a second, stepped into this riverside, I can pretty much burst her. And also I pinged my Mathilda that I don't have red tree, so she's also giving vision, right? So if Joy does come, I'm not gonna hit turtle and I'm gonna focus fully on Joy. So she can't red tree the turtle, right? Here I just ulti, jump back in. I know Mathilda's there with the revitalize. I know I can keep fighting. Boom, we get the kill on Hylos. I saved my second skill to jump back out of the tower after killing Hylos. And now we're gonna go top lane in an attempt to gank Glue. And if we do manage to get a kill on him, we can actually push top. I try to push top, but unfortunately the minion dies. Now I'm just gonna keep farming. Problem is, guys, you need to find a balance on ganking and invading. Because if your side lanes are losing and you're constantly invading, well, that could be a problem in the future, right? Because if you're just ganking the opponents and the opponent marksman is getting fed, that's a problem. So if you notice that your marksman is not doing so good versus their marksman, well, you should probably gank and focus them, right? Shut down the marksman, get your own marksman's gold up. And once again, beautiful stun, beautiful mobilize by Xavier. I'm going around the Melissa ulti so I don't get knocked back by it. Then I immediately jump back in, and there we go. Trigger my ulti, get the Hylos, and now I go immediately for the Lilia here because I believe we can secure a kill. There we go, we secured a kill. And now my goal is to just push mid because mid lane is very important. Right, we kill all of them, guys. We kill all of them. We don't just go back to farming. You have to keep farming your objectives. You have to get objectives. You have to push the towers if you want to win. Okay, so that was a mistake from me. I'm not sure why I targeted the buff over there, but I probably should have gone for the opponent again, jumped on them. I don't know why I didn't. That was my intention. It just went to the buff. Anyways, I just keep pushing mid. Opponents are not really guarding it, right? And then now I ulti. They're just coming for me. I'm literally very high level and I'm super fed. It really doesn't matter what they do at this point. They can't really kill me. Now, once again, we kill the opponents. Bottom lane, there's a minion wave coming. I am, once again, guys, we get kills, we focus on objectives. Okay, we focus on objectives. I'm not taking turtle because I want Lord to spawn. 8 minutes, Lord will spawn. Do not take the third turtle if you're this ahead. Wait for the Lord. Leave the third turtle be. Wait for Lord so you can end faster. With Thamuz, your goal should be to just end fast. Here, I'm just waiting on Joy's blue buff. Once I secure it, I will go and take the Lord. I believe I actually clear bottom. No, I don't clear bottom lane. Clearing bottom lane would be good because then their bottom lane would be getting pressured while we take Lord. But Glue was already there. It would have taken too much time to clear. They would have known exactly where I was and my team couldn't really clear Lord. So I just went back to Lord, and after securing it, I go for Joy's red buff again. Because remember, guys, we are still ahead. We are looking for a fight. But don't commit, okay? Don't commit really hard. You don't want to die before Lord. It's not a good idea. But, I mean, I kind of did. It turned out really well. And my first kill gets a kill on Joy. I'm still chilling. You know, I still have my skills. That's how fed I am, right? This is how fed you can be if you just snowball, gank the opponents, right? And invade with Thamuz. Thamuz is very strong for invading, guys. Get yourself a good support or a good roamer who can keep up with you. And then just keep invading. He's really strong in the early game. As you even saw, even Hylos with a vengeance couldn't withstand my damage there. Melissa pinned me to the wall. Very good ult from Melissa. and they pretty much managed to shut me down. That was too much. That was overextending too much, right? I didn't wait for minions. I went in, didn't wait for Lord. Guys, wait for Lord. Do not throw like this, okay? This is how you might lose your games. There might be games where you are winning so hard that you're like, yeah, we'll win this. You're trolling, you're trolling, you're trolling, you're jumping into enemy base, you're dying again, keeps happening again, you can't end, and then you die in a team fight, right? It's super late game, and then you notice that, oh wait, we're losing, and then you lose that game and you're like, oh my god, how? This is how, right? You want to push with Lord, you don't want to do what I just did over there, okay? I just got really cocky, you know, dominating them with Thamuz. He just got a revamp, you know. I was feeling the abyss got a hold of me, right? The abyss got a hold of me and I just couldn't get out, you know. But now I have freed myself and I'm like, yeah, we have to just lock in a bit. I ulti in, then I jump, right? Focusing, it doesn't matter, guys. You can focus Hylos. Now I'm focusing Lilia. Guys, look at the tower. The tower. How many shots did I take? I don't know, but I took a lot. And I was full HP the entire friggin' time. That's how OP his ulti is. Anyways, guys, that's how you can snowball with jungle, especially with the new revamped Thamuz. Guys, if you're gonna play him on jungle, make sure you invade. He's very strong for that. Alright, guys, with that, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope it helped you out and you're gonna try him out in rank. Let me know how it goes in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Goodbye.